Hello and good morning to you and to all the amazing TEFL teachers out there today, living their dream, traveling to new and exciting countries, and making a positive impact in the lives of their students. My name is Camden Long, and today we're out here in the beautiful countryside of Thailand. We got banana trees behind us, more like a banana forest behind us, rice paddy in front of us, and it's just a beautiful day. So what are the 3 signs that you are awakening, or that you have awakened to your true greatness as a TEFL teacher? So to understand where you're going in life, you've got to understand where you've been. So we're going to take a little trip down memory lane today. Memory lane. So, there's no overnight success with becoming a TEFL teacher. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of discipline and determination. And so for me, it started way back when I was 6 years old in first grade. Have you ever been sitting in the class when you were a kid, kindergarten, first grade, or second grade, and you just start to stare around the room, looking at your classmates, listening to the teacher talk about whatever subject he or she is talking about, and just start to think, what the hell am I doing here? Like, what in the world is going on? Why am I sitting here every day listening to this teacher, copying from the blackboard, and then handing it in for a grade, right? A letter grade? And who are all these people in this class with me? Have you ever thought about that? Well, for me, it happened a lot, especially in first grade. And that was also the same year that the specialists, my homeroom teacher, and doctors, trained professionals, told me that I need to be placed on Ritalin because I'm not focusing in class. I'm very outspoken in class. So for me, whether it was at home or whether it was at the school, I knew that there was something more to this world than what we were just being told on the surface level. I knew there was something more. What do you feel? Do you believe that there was something more to this world than just showing up to school every day, eating lunch, going home, doing homework? I was always questioning my daily schedules. I was always looking at different things, speaking about different things that, frankly, my parents didn't know what to say back. And a lot of times they weren't too happy with the things I said to them. And same with the teacher at the school, same with classmates. So I realized very early on that there's something more to this world than what we're being told in the schools and what we're being told at home. So I had to awaken to my true greatness early on. Now, even though I got detoured and sidetracked a lot, I'm still here, 32 years old, soon to be 33, and now I'm living my TEFL dream. Uploading videos on YouTube, over 2 million minutes watched, just right here on this channel alone. So right now, I'm going to be inspiring not only thousands of teachers, tens of thousands of teachers already right now, but I will be inspiring hundreds of thousands of teachers and soon to be teachers and millions of people around the world just by using YouTube, just by using the technology. So as I'm speaking to you, you need to be paying attention. If you want to be truly free, then you've got to start creating content. You've got to become a producer, a teacher, and a producer. You've got to develop your own set of pedagogy. Now remember, paidos, Greek, the Greek meaning of pedagogy, paidos meaning child, and then agogos meaning leader. Teachers are here to build leaders in the youth, to build the child leaders so that we can transform this planet Earth into a more beautiful and harmonious place of existence for everybody. So if you have ever felt like that in your classroom early on in your life, in your childhood, or maybe in your teenage years, or when you're sitting at the university classes, well, good for you, because that's the first sign that you are awakening to your true greatness as a TEFL teacher. Now, I always knew that I love to instruct, I love being of service to people, but the way that the school system was trying to mold me in to passing the tests, to becoming a public school teacher, the way my professors wanted me to teach and to speak, it just wasn't me. And the classmates that I was at, all the classmates around me at UCF, whispering about me behind my back, talking about me during the lesson when I'm up there making a speech, it doesn't matter. I don't care, because those same people now are coming to watch my videos because they went out of the matrix. They realize that teaching at a public school is not their destiny. Now, if you are teaching at a public school and you love it, that's great. I'm very happy for you, and I hope that you're very successful with teaching at a classroom in a public school. But for me, I needed to get out, see the world, travel, explore, be immersed into new cultures and languages and beautiful environments. Opposite of what I grew up with, different from what I grew up with. I'm not the norm. So you have got to understand that this life, everything you see out here, there's a lot more to it. And that's the second awakening. When I was 19 years old, have you ever been forced to do things by your family or by your parents, even though you didn't really want to? It wasn't making you happy on the inside, and you just wanted to stop, but you couldn't because you were forced to do it? That was me. But when I was 19 years old, I decided to stop competitive swimming. Now, I'm very happy and thankful that my parents pursued swimming as a career for me and got me into competitive swimming and pushed me to go to swimming practice every single day, except for Sunday, for over a decade. But I knew when I got to Florida when I was 19 years old that staring at the bottom of a pool for 2 or 3 hours was not my destiny. It's not what I was supposed to do. I wasn't even getting paid to bust my ass 2-3 hours every single day. Now, one morning I woke up January 2016, and there was something going on inside of me internally, and it's hard to put it into words, but I knew my truth. I was filled with conviction that I was no longer going to allow myself to be controlled by the swimming coaches at Indian River Community College. Even though I loved it, they were great coaches, but I was done. I was finished with people controlling my mornings, my classes, my weekends, my social life, my personal life, everything. I was done. So I decided to not go to the morning practice, and I told my carpool rider, I said, hey, look, I'm not going this morning. They're like, okay. So I had to go in, meet the coaches at the office, and it was like it was the scariest and most nerve-wracking experience of my life. But I told them exactly how I felt, and when I walked in the room, they already had disappointed looks in their faces because I didn't show up for morning practice, and other people were asking about where I was, but I didn't care. I believed in myself. I knew that I had to break free, to do something new with my life, to create my own destiny, to find out who I truly was. And I want you to find out who you truly are. And that's why traveling, teaching English abroad can help you do that. When you are traveling, you're getting out of your element. You're getting out of your comfort zone, and you are, you're going right into a brand new environment with different people. You're going to have a lot of unexpected events happen to you. And with those unexpected events, you're going to find out more about who you are on the inside, which is going to make you stronger, smarter, more robust, more adaptable, which is only going to improve your skills as a teacher in the classroom or online, but it's also going to make you happier because you're coming to your true greatness. That's right. So back to the swimming. When I told the coaches exactly how I felt, they listened. They were pretty respectable, but I remember the look on their faces, and they were like, wow, this kid is a real true free spirit. And that's right, I am a free spirit. And when I walked out of the room, when I walked out of the office that day, It was like this overwhelming feeling of joy, freedom. I felt like I broke free from a jail. I felt like I broke free out of prison. I got a jail out of free card, but it wasn't just a card, it was my own decision. And when I walked back to my dorm room, I was just thinking, wow, now I can do whatever I want. I can wake up when I want. I can study when I want. I don't have anybody controlling what I'm supposed to do every day. So then I started to pick my own classes, my own electives, and then I fell in love with multicultural education because I had the most amazing professor, Dr. Cronin. So I want to say thank you to my university professors and all my teachers, my 3rd grade teacher, my 5th grade teacher, and as you should do the same, respect your teachers that have helped you to see things differently. Respect your mentors, people who that have been there for you to help your growth and to help your process along your journey. So this teacher, Dr. Cronin, inspired me, opened me up to a brand new world about education, because my small hometown in Virginia mostly just grew up with 2 different types of people, Caucasian and African American. So there was not a lot of Hispanics, there was not a lot of Asian Americans in my district. But when I went to Florida, I was flooded with so many different cultures, languages. I even started dating this one girl who her family is all from Mexico. So I was always into putting myself into relationships and connecting with people who were not like the same people that I had come from and that I've already talked to, that I've spoke to, I know a lot about. I wanted to be learning about different people from different countries, because the more you can step outside and connect with people like that, again, you're just going to learn more about yourself and become a better person, a greater version, a better teacher. So if you have ever just stopped doing something that you were forced to do when you didn't love to do it, and you said, this is it, I'm done, this is it, I'm finished. Well, good for you. That's your second sign that you are awakening to your true greatness. So the first one was when you're in school and you just knew that there was something more to this world, to this matrix, and that you had to pursue something that was your destiny. It was your vision, your imagination. You didn't feel like you fit into the social group. You didn't feel like you were a part of this world, that you were just here as a visitor. That's the first sign that you are awakening to your true greatness as a TEFL teacher. Because the students need something different. They don't need something from the norm. We don't need all these cut and copy pasted teachers out there. We need teachers in the world who are ready to take on the big challenges, to help people become their greatest version, and of course to tap in to the emotional intelligence, how to find out what the student is strong at, what their strengths are, what they enjoy, what makes them feel happy. If we could just focus on those simple things, the world would be a much better place. But no, we have to mold every student to be the same, to mold every teacher to be the same. Taught at all universities across the USA, you got to teach like this, you have to follow this curriculum, you have to follow this Common Core standard, blah, 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 right? But what about breaking out of the norm? What about breaking out and tapping in to some magic, tapping in to the unseen world, the unseen forces? Because if you haven't realized by now, this is not just me making these videos. There's unseen forces working behind the scenes to make this channel successful. Because when you decide to follow your heart, the universe will back you up. The universe has your back. But you have to trust the universe, you have to trust the process, and most importantly, believe in yourself and have faith in your vision, and to not give up hope. To not give up hope. You have to keep fighting, and you have to keep believing in yourself, because that's the only way you're going to get where you want to be, where you truly, your true purpose. Okay? Because 10 years ago, as I was writing in my journal, I wanted to be in a location just like this. Tropical, exotic, beaches very close, banana trees and coconut trees everywhere, fresh food all throughout the year. No snow. I love snow, but I don't want to live in a place where it's cold and the ground freezes, because then you can't plant trees, you can't have a garden. So I knew early on that this is exactly what I wanted to do. And even on a caveat right quick, the first day of one of my classes at UCF, this was about educational management, classroom behavior management, and the teacher had all the classmates go around and say three things. What your dream is, where you want to be in 5 years, and what you love to do. And 90% of all the teachers said the same thing. I want to be married, I want to be teaching at a school with my kids, and I want to have a white fence, and I want to have a beautiful house and have a dog, and blah, 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 blah. And those things are great. I'm not knocking at, I'm not putting people down. If that's what makes someone happy, then that's great. And I also want a beautiful house. I also want the white fence, you know. But when it was my turn, and the teacher said, okay, Camden, introduce yourself. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And when I said in 5 years, I want to be laying on the beach, laying on an exotic. I said the word exotic in class. I said, I want to be relaxing on an exotic tropical beach and just living my dream as a teacher. Everybody was like, It was like slow-mo, you know? It was like everyone, there's like a glitch in the matrix, and everyone just like slowly turned their heads, opened their eyes big, and just stared at me for a few seconds. And the teacher was actually cool with it. The teacher actually liked it. She's like, well, that's great. I hope that happens for you. And all the other people around me, after that, no one wanted to work on a group project with me. This is like childish stuff. Just because I said I want to be on an exotic beach, then everybody put me into a mental category of, oh, this Camden, he's like this, and you know, he's not really like a role model for our kids. You know, all that nonsense. But I didn't care. I didn't allow that to stop me, you know. And in that moment, I knew that there was something different about me. So you've got to become more aware of these moments around people, by yourself, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And when you get that subtle message from the universe, from the stars, from the stardust, and when someone maybe looks at you differently because of something that you said, that's a true sign that you are awakening to your true greatness, and you need to keep moving forward with that vision. Now, the third awakening happened May 2016. And that's because I found Palfish. And that's because I started teaching English online. Now, I'm very grateful for this whole process. And when I first started teaching English online, you know, I thought that maybe it was too good to be true. I just talk, listen on my mobile device to people, and then I get paid. Like, what is this, you know? But when I got my first paycheck, May 2016, I said, oh my gosh, this is something for real. This is what I've been dreaming about. This is what I've been desiring from my heart. This is what I have been asking God. This is what I've been asking the universe for over a decade now. And please help me become a successful online English teacher. How can I become a better online English teacher? How can I become the best TEFL teacher that I can be? Those are questions that you need to ask yourself, because it feels so good to be alive, living my dream, teaching English abroad. You got to say, it feels so good to be traveling and living my dream abroad. And then you just feel so good inside. We're in the element right now. We're not around the city. There's no traffic. The air is clean. The water is clean. The food is amazing. You know, when you can get yourself out of the city, out of the noise, and get yourself into quiet solitude, you're going to be able to find out who you truly are quicker, and to find out what your dream is. Because if you're still searching for your purpose, if you're still trying to search for your purpose of what this life is to you and what you're supposed to do, the most important thing that you can do is to spend more time in nature. There's no substitute for nature. We can be on our mobile devices all day, but are we still reconnecting with Mother Nature, with where we come from? Super important. Get your feet on planet Earth. So the third awakening, as I mentioned, happened in April 2016 when I started teaching English online, and then May 2016 when I got my first paycheck. So if you have already gotten a paycheck by teaching English online, then you are literally living the dream of so many other people around the world. There's so many people in this world that would love to be at home or traveling, using their computer, using their mobile device to teach English, to get paid to do it every single month, receive a paycheck. Then yes, you have awakened to your true greatness as a TEFL teacher, because you can teach in a classroom, and I do recommend that. You could teach in a classroom, also teach online. And especially if you're first getting started, it's a wonderful experience when you're moving to a new country to teach at the school. You'll have a great support network, a great social network, and be able to connect with a lot of people. So I highly recommend that you start to teach at a school as a TEFL teacher. You're not going to have all these, when you're a public school teacher in the USA, you have so many things that you have to do outside the class that you're not really getting compensated and paid for. But when you're a TEFL teacher, you have a lot more freedom. You can create the lessons that you believe are best and suitable for the students. And that is a little slice of freedom. So I hope that everybody out there realizes that this is the life to make it happen, that this is your opportunity to live your dreams and to travel to new countries. Something happened to me yesterday. I'm so happy with where I'm at right now. I don't even feel the need or the notion that I need to run away. I need to go to a new country. I need to fly. I need to go this. I need to do this. I don't really have that feeling inside of me anymore for the first time in so long, because I'm doing things that make me happy every single day. I could fly to Fiji right now. I could go on an adventure to Madagascar. I could tour around Amsterdam. I could go relax on a beautiful beach in Jamaica, which I will be doing. But the time is not right now. Right now, the time for me is to focus on creating content, finishing my new book that's coming out November 15th, to keep teaching English online with a consistent schedule, and to focus on creating a self-sustainable system right here. And then there will be the time to travel. You got to understand the seasons of teaching, the seasons of TEFL, and to understand the seasons in different countries and the schedules and the holidays and the events that are going on. Because the more you do, the better you're going to become. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's been asking me questions in the comment section, leaving positive feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're interested, if you need some guidance, if you're just getting started, you don't know where to start, or you need someone just to kind of lay out some expert TEFL advice, then you can book your TEFL consultation now. My email provided in the description below. And if the email, you can't find it for some reason in the description, then please leave in the comment section that you need a TEFL consultation. You could provide your email, or we can get in contact on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram, which I've done. I've already counseled lots of amazing teachers. Soon I'll be counseling over thousands of teachers, really, because I love teaching English as a second language. I love making these videos, and most importantly, well, everything is important, but there's something new in my life, and that's counseling people. Farmer truck. I'm starting to counsel people in different countries and getting them started to live their TEFL dreams. And if you're interested in the blueprint for TEFL freedom, if you want to get a copy, pre-order your copy, let me know. The blueprint for TEFL freedom coming out November 15th, 2019. Have the most amazing day of your life. Go out, make your dreams come true. You can think about it, you can talk about it, but there's no substitute for just going out and taking that radical action to make your dreams come true. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and right here, stay wealthy. See you in the next video.